Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 18th. This week, you start with the Ten of Spades. Ten of Spades is, I'll just say this. I think it's a very transformative week for you. A lot of transformation type energy. Ten of Spades is kind of like a death card. It represents a transformation, not a bad card. It represents like leaving. Actually, it's great because it's like you leaving something that you don't need anymore behind and allowing you to move forward and you kind of evolve. So you're leaving some old things behind, which is nice. But this card definitely represents challenges from the past as well, and maybe thinking about some of those challenges. So, those things might be on your mind, because this card, it can be one of those cards that brings up some of the hardships that you've been through over the years, and that's it. So a lot of you could be thinking about all of those things, but that's okay. I mean, it's not necessarily like a bad thing that you're thinking about things. Actually, when we get to the end here, I think it's a good thing because it's like now you're planning how you can avoid that even more in the future. I think that Leo has kind of I meditate on all the signs all the time before I do my readings and all of this to kind of figure out what's going on for people. And I think Leo has pretty much experienced, if you've been challenged as a Leo, it's like you've experienced very similar challenges throughout your whole life where actually it's probably never changed. It's probably always been like the same challenge. It's probably always looked the same as well. Like, the situations have always been the same. So I think like a lot of you have experienced that, and I think a lot of you now are trying to it's like even in the past, if you've tried to fix that, I don't think you've been able to. But now I think you can, which is, you really can't beat that. But you have the Queen of Hearts next. This could be your mother coming in and giving you advice. It would be advice you'd want to listen to, by the way. Or if you have like a mother-like figure or somebody who even gives you motherly-like advice this week, you're going to want to listen to that advice. It's going to be good advice. It's coming in very strong, by the way. So, definitely a message that you need to like listen to somebody this week who offers maybe like motherly, nurturing advice. And that's how you'll know what it is. It'll come off as nurturing type advice. So, that will help you out. As far as love goes, too, this could be somebody coming in. I mean, Leos love nurturing, and love to be nurtured as well. So this could be somebody coming in that kind of capacity. So it'd make you very happy. That's just a little bit of a side note. But mostly, I'm getting advice coming from somebody with this card. And next, you have the Ace of Hearts. Really, it's so interesting to me always, the cards, when they kind of deliver messages in such interesting ways. But Ace of Hearts is a card that I always say is a card of transformation. You have that Ten of Spades, transformation. You have this card, transformation. The Ace of Hearts, I always say, is like a card that when I picture it in my mind, I always see like a heart melting and a fresh heart underneath. So it's like this renewal type transformative energy where it's like you're getting a new heart, but that's not really what it means. It just means that you're kind of like changing as a person into something new and fresh. This card can represent problems going away, being able to overcome obstacles very easily and entering into a new time. So again, it really speaks to that being able to finally move past these blocks that you've probably experienced your whole life. Next, you have the Eight of Spades, represents those blocks. The Eight of Spades represents banging your head against the wall, not being able to push past something. Like I said, very straightforward week. It's interesting because Cancer had a very straightforward week. It's like you have a very straightforward week. It's like you have one goal in mind this week that you're trying to work on, and I think that's what's going to be important for you. But Eight of Spades is all about that block and experiencing that block. And normally I would tell people you need to look at another path to fix this block and all this, but I think you already are doing that, and I think you will be doing it because you end with the Eight of Diamonds. All about moving past those blocks and being able to move forward. Eight of Diamonds is like a fresh energy flow, where the energy in your life flows. You're no longer bumping up against walls and any of those challenges. This is a great card. I always tell people when the Eight of Diamonds comes up, work as hard as you possibly can this week as well, if you want to. Especially if you're a business owner, if you have your own business, just work like crazy. Watch your health and all that other stuff, but definitely work like crazy because, this is one of those cards. Exactly what you put in is exactly what you're going to get out. So the harder you work this week, the more you're going to get out. But looks like a great week, huge transformation week, I would say, no doubt about it. So enjoy it. It's a positive transformation. You're going to feel good about it. So really great. Thank you for watching and enjoy the week.